We are moments away, or minutes away, from the start of the race, where Picard will be starting on pole. Just sorting out the grid still. It's going to be a 13-lap race around the Kyoto National Reverse Circuit. Should be a very interesting first couple of corners. It always is in public racing. I'm sure these guys will do slightly better than public racing, but well, we'll see. I think we'll see some people off in the gravel, but probably not too much major crashing going on, I would expect.
Hippity, so welcome back. I've just reset the recording so we can have separate clips. But anyway, welcome back to the 5th round of the 2009 iCON Turco Championship. We see the grid being set. So yeah, once again, 26 cars will all be charging. Quite a long run down to the first turn, real proper non-oval turn. So I'm going to make this prediction that someone's going to forget that they had a nice slipstream run. They're going to go through, miss their braking point the way it should be, punt off one or two of the top three. Then someone else, when they're actually in there, when they're on heavy braking for that next turn, they're going to punt a few more people off by screwing up the brake point there. Any other thoughts on that, guys?
That's insanely pessimistic, but phew, okay.
You're not giving these guys much credit. We said there'd be carnage at South Sea, and there wasn't really that much, to be honest. So,
He was quite precise. I like the way that John was so precise about exactly what was going to happen. I mean, the only thing he left out was which drivers were going to be involved. So, and already he said the top three are going to be involved there. So, if any of this happens, we'll know that he's scripting the event, and everyone's been turned, and he's bribing them.
Either that,
we'll wait and see.
Either that, or I'm psychic.
No one can predict what happens in LFS.
I'm just saying that that's usually what happens in like a public server. So you never know, they might forget that they're in a league race for a moment and have the public server mentality for a second. Just saying! Not that I'm a pessimist, I'm just an optimistic pessimist. I'm trying to use a bit of reverse psychology too. Anyway, so we are almost completely set, only a couple more cars to put in. So we do have 26 in the grid now. So they'll give a quick check to make sure everything is indeed correct. And we will go here in a minute. And let's hope that they don't do what I said that I think they might do. So, we're going to ready up here. Of course, 13 laps. No wind today, unfortunately. Well, at least so I think. So, here we go now. 13 laps. Picard on pole, Marquez second, and Dolzal third. Oscar is pitted. He rejoins in time. So he'll rejoin before the lights go green. Did he have wrong fuel or something? Anyway, as we wait for the lights, the driver's revving on the grid. Here we go. 1 light, 2 lights, 3 lights, and we are go here in Kyoto. And Picard not getting a good start. Slow up the line for Picard. He loses back to 3rd, 4th now. Marquez and Dolzal side by side for first. Now side by side also back. Lots of slipstreaming back here in the back. Of course, we'll see if people can catch up. We've got Diaz and Nolan Scott side by side. Is Scott going to try and come on the inside? What will happen? We're going to fan out. 4 wide, 5 wide here into turn number 1. Atkinson's going to try to come on the inside. Baton in better contact with Diaz. Everyone is clean so far up at the front. Is there any problems at the back? And in the back, yes there is. Who's off? That is Diaz is off. Diaz is off. He is the only one off. And there's a bit of a skirmish. Atkinson has also dropped back. Several cars have been involved in it. So my prediction was partly right. More incidents here into the 4th turn now. Vukovic having it off there. He rejoins. But so far, fairly clean except for some of these incidents back here. And Artison's off. Artison's off, hard on the wall. Zadro also off here through the middle part of the first lap.
Yeah, interesting first lap, but we've still got a battle for the lead here between Marquez and Dolezal. Where the heck did Picard go? He was going backwards for Christmas, and he is way down in the top 10. And that was
so Dolezal is around
there.
Marquez. Now Fowry's going to try and get around Marquez, but Scott is also right behind Fowry.
Anderson in the gravel near the final turn before the oval, so he's not had a great first lap there.
So we see Fowry just having a look at the inside of Marquez as a couple of people have had a crash here. Novak has gone off. That is 3
Big crash in the oval first turn. That is Goncalves and Novak involved in that, having a crash. I was looking at them, they were 3 wide. They were 3 wide on the front stretch, having a bit of a smash though. So as Diaz is, I'm just looking through Diaz, trying to work his way through, so a lot of these fast cars trying to work their way back through. Arnie Anderson getting a drive-through penalty for speeding pit lane as he was on his way in. So Dolezal leads, Nolan Scott is in second now, Marquez third, and Fowry fourth, fifth, Baton. As Picard trying to work his way back out after an abysmal start.
We just lost Dolezal.
Timed out of the lead!
Timed out! Nolan Scott is now the leader because Dolezal, that is hugely terrible luck. Oh no. Nolan Scott gifted the lead there.
Bit of bump drafting going on here through the oval section between Hostgaard and Picard as they try to catch up to the cars ahead, and they are doing so just a little bit as Picard sets a fast lap. But he's going to try now come on the inside of Hostgaard through the first oval turn, and he will get around, so Hostgaard will try and set again. Will he give a little nudge to help? And Leonard de Jong has timed out also.
One of the reasons why Oscar may be so slow is that he currently has 47 kilograms of ballast on, which probably isn't, that's a lot more than he should have, due to the fact that I think he was given a setup by Rick de Jong, which obviously had 47 kilograms and he hasn't changed it, so that's going to affect his first race.
Whoops. We have a battle for the lead here, Nolan's got ahead of Marquez. Marquez looking left and right, diving around, trying to trick Nolan Scott. This is a great battle here for first and second. And up the inside comes Marquez. Marquez running a little bit less.
Oh, he slides up! He's up!
Yeah,
he's up! He's
got
going to lose lots and lots of positions.
Yeah, he braked way too late there, but that was, he was going for the lead and he really wanted that, and now he's back down to 9th or 8th. Finally makes contact with Keo there. He's now in 9th, 10th even. I was about to say that Marquez was obviously taking advantage of having about 17 less kilograms of ballast, but now He's promptly mucked that up into the braking zone.
Yeah, I think he was far too late on the brakes. He just slid up the inside of Scott. Scott turned in, not suspecting that Marquez would be going so quickly. There was a little contact, but yeah, Marquez was on the way to the gravel no matter what. So, interesting moves going on there. So Scott still the leader, with Fowey behind.
He has managed to get past Wilkinson and Laprovot. And now Chris Wilkinson is coming back up the inside of him. A little bit of a touch as Marquez goes over the gravel and hits the wall on the outside.
Yeah, looks like Marquez is having some issues at steering, possibly tyres, I'm not sure, but he just could not get through that first corner.
He's right front tires for the battle.
The newly signed Experian racing driver Laprovot is having a battle with Chris Wilkinson, also in Experian.
Yep, it's
battle for third and fourth with Baton.
Yep, it's Marquez's teammate at Karma Racing. Oliveira is right on the back bumper of Baton. Those two Menace's teammates were fighting just shortly earlier in the lap, so.
Marquez is trying to make progress down here in 16th position, just getting past Jourdain. There we go, he goes fast, but will Jourdain trying to get back through again. That's a 444 car, he joined at round 4. On board with Jourdain now, just heading up the on the left hand side now, he's going low, and Marquez will be passed again, but Marquez will have to get back in the sledging. There's a little bit of contact there, not giving each other enough room on this exceptionally wide part of the track. This is the one point of the track where you don't need or want to make contact. And Jourdain gets back ahead again, but Marquez is going to make a dive for the next corner. Look at that, switching back on the low line now, and here he goes. He's made the move. Will he make it stick this time? He has done it, and I don't think Jourdain will get back through, so that is 15th for Marquez.
Picard is working his way back up after that start. Oliveira! Ooh, Picard getting a couple wheels on the grass a little bit there. And Picard trying to work his way back. He didn't get off the line so well at the start, I noticed. A bit of a delayed reaction there. And so Picard trying to work his way. He is back up to 4th position though, after being back to 8th or so. He has got Baton ahead, and then Fowey.
Yeah, Picard, I don't know how he managed to get it such a bad start. Maybe he just didn't get the turbo spooled up enough, but yeah, we're on board with him now, right behind Baton. I think he is in the slipstream. He will be going for an inside move, or maybe an outside move. We'll just wait and see. Baton nearly drives into the hay bales, just giving Picard a little bit of a scare, but Picard's going around the outside now, but he obviously will be a bit slower coming up to the next corner.
Outside's a long way around though.
Yep, Baton's going to try and get that slipstream and go back around the outside if there's enough room. Only 8 kilograms of ballast between them. As Picard does brake late and he has a place, and he's catching up with Fowey, who won at the previous race, so he has 27 kilograms on his car.
Looking at the back of Fowey's car now, seeing Picard making progress, steady progress to the rear of his car. Looking at the pace that Nolan Scott has with his high amount of ballast, I think Picard will have a good chance of getting up to the rear of him before the end of the race, possibly even making a pass to the lead. Picard, never the boring driver, always trying to make it as spectacular as possible. So the order is Nolan Scott leads, Fowry in second, Picard third, Bitar fourth, Oliveira fifth, Usgaard sixth, Enerson seventh, Pavlovich eighth, ninth is Ben Keogh, 10th is Laprovol, and 11th is Wilkinson, and 12th is Jack Ward. They head on to lap 8 now. Lap 7, apologies.
I just got the end of a attempted pass by Dion there on Vukovic. He made a bit of contact. He has 47 kilograms of ballast, so his car is going to be a bit slower than at the previous round, where he won twice.
Yeah, John just getting round now with Vukovic. Vukovic having to take to the grass slightly because Rick just gave him a bit of a squeeze, but that was good. Rick de Jong has Rick rolled on his number plate, a bit of a pun on his own name there, of course. Hopefully he won't be rolling today, and hope he won't be rolling anyone else either.
His next target... Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, just going to say, yeah, Rick is never going to give up trying to get to the front. He won't let you down for some good racing.
Okay, we've had enough of that, really. Had enough of that yesterday at IGTC, so give me less of the punch, please, Michael. Anyway, Rick de Jong will be looking to get past. His next target will be Jack Ward, and he is at the back of a 3-car Expedient Racing Team train, but de Jong has now been passed.
That's Picard, look at that, that's Picard just going up the inside of Fowry for second position. At the same time, Marquez has just joined the spectators for some reason, we're not sure why yet, but now Picard has a free run to the rear of Nolan Scott's car. That's not what Nolan will want to see, because Fowry was acting as sort of a blocking method. Scott was trying to, well, he's trying to get as far away as possible. With that ballast, it's just too difficult. It's a big amount of ballast he's trying to carry there. And Picard is going to really try and get past him in the last 5 laps of this race.
Yeah, Fowry and Scott have the same amount of ballast, almost, and they're running at roughly the same pace, so that won't, well, it might not be too difficult for Picard to get past. He's already done a fastest lap, which is a half a second quicker than Scott, so he's definitely quite quick. As Jourdain also joined the spectators.
Picard just a little bit quicker out of the final corner. That no ballast he's carrying really paying advantage. And he's got a lot more speed than Scott. In fact, I think he's just reached the slipstream of Nolan Scott here, and he will be trying to make a pass. So this is the pass for the lead now. Let's watch him on board, just trying to make that move now. He's gone to the outside.
It's very strange when I looked at the speeds. Nolan Scott was already like 3 or 4 miles an hour slower when they were right together there, but he's managed to stay ahead. So he has another 4 laps of defending to do. All this will, of course, allow Fowry and Picard to close up. So obviously Scott will be hoping that Picard comes under pressure himself.
Yeah, that was a funny one for Nolan Scott there. He really did lose so much time for no apparent reason. But he managed to block him. I don't know if it was deliberate or what, but he's managed to block Picard, and Picard now is falling into the clutches of Fowry and Bertin. So Picard needs to make this move now if he's going to have a chance, because otherwise he will be under a lot of pressure.
Just looking at Atkinson and Diaz. Diaz is right up there, I think 6th position for the championship, so he's got quite a bit of ballast. And Atkinson, only just 1 kilogram of ballast, so he's not going to hurt him. Both have quite a bit of damage. It looks kind of superficial on Diaz's card, but...
Picard going for the lead. Picard has just got in the slipstream of Nolan Scott and has taken the lead, but Scott is going to get back around, possibly into the first or second corner. Let's see him do that now. He's gone to the inside. Picard has not blocked him. What are they going to do coming into this corner? Nolan Scott has to brake a bit earlier. Picard gives him a block. Picard has gone a little bit wider, but Scott has fallen back, and Picard has taken the lead. A good move.
Lots of time marks on the tarmac there after Picard. He's obviously sliding it around the corners. Obviously confident enough in his setup though that will last the 13 laps without tyres getting too hot.
Yeah, here we are looking at Jorgen Kursk here, just having a big battle with Chris Wilkinson from Experian. Kursk in the green and white car, Wilkinson in the Nissan, in the old Nissan coloured car, just having a battle. Oh, Kursk doesn't quite do it properly into the final couple of corners. He goes round the outside of Wilkinson and fails. Wilkinson didn't really move on the track. Kursk went for a gap that wasn't really there, so he's in the gravel now.
The previous corner, that would be turn 9, the long right-hander. I think it's turn 8 even. Just into it, Wilkinson managed to defend on the inside, and Kursk gave him a bit of a tap. So obviously may have been a bit of bad blood there.
Now here we go, here's Usgaard at the front, in 8th place with Ben Keogh behind him. They just got past Pavlovich in a bump drafting manoeuvre. That's a good piece of teamwork from the 2 core racing drivers further down the field. They want to get themselves up high, and possibly for a good reverse grid slot in the 3rd race, that is.
Yep, that must be one of the top speeds there, 148 miles an hour.
So here we have a Experian Racing Team inter-team battle, or intra-team battle it is. Wilkinson in that Nissan coloured car. Behind him is Jack Ward, usually with a bit of a garish skin, but today he's in the Experian colours, in the blue and white, and he's going to try the inside on his teammate. Hopefully there won't be much contact between them, but, well, we just don't know. We never know for these guys. And Ward just cuts the grass completely there. Gets the move completed, but I doubt Wilkinson will be amused by that, and Wilkinson's going to have another go at him onto the straight.
It's not really gained him much time. He got a big slide out of the corner, so yeah, it pays to stay on the track.
And of course, behind them, you've got Atkinson trying to get past. Atkinson's now getting past Ward, with Ferreira also going 3 wide now. Ward's going to have to sort of move across. Ferreira and Atkinson make contact. Atkinson falls into Ward. Ward loses it into Atkinson again. Ward slides down the track. Oh, and Atkinson's been hit by a core racing driver.
That's a huge crash. It's Diaz.
Yeah, Diaz got caught up in that. Innocent bystander, unfortunately. That was a laggy incident, but also a bit weird.
It's that kink in the wall that I think caught Atkinson and Ferreira out, and obviously that made them touch, collide, and then a couple of other cars joined in. Diaz retiring from that after that incident.
Yeah, obviously not amused. He was already far down the grid anyway, so he just wants to cool off and try again for the next race, we think.
Yeah, the problem is if you're always going to be starting down the back if you decide to retire, so he's used the better to push on and see what could happen. Never know, a safety car could come out and allow you to make up a few places. Next race, the starting position for the next race will be the finishing positions from this race, so if you want to try and get up the field for the next race, you obviously want to start higher up, so finishing this race is always an advantage.
Here we're having a intra-team battle for Renesis, with Bitan just getting around the outside of Fowry now, on the straight. Good bit of drafting, but will Fowry try and get around again? We would expect so. Here comes Fowry, round the outside, possibly, not quite. On board with him now, we're going to see if he can do the cutback. No, he's going all the way around the outside there. And he's done it. Good move. Or has he done it? No. Yes, Bitan is... They're giving each other lots of room, possibly too much from holding each other up. Bitan staying behind now, trying to make the move, but now he's got Oliveira behind him. Oliveira is coming to catch both of these guys. These two Renesis guys have held each other up too much. Oliveira in the Karma racing car is going to try and take both of them. This is the battle for third position. Bitan has just nearly fallen off the track. Bitan just having a battle with Oliveira there. Bitan just nearly fell off the track, had to lock up his brakes. Oliveira has now gone through into fourth and is now making a break, but Picard is coming round to win the race. We forgot it was the last lap, but here we go. Picard is coming round. A great drive. He got a terrible start, but made his way back up from 10th position all the way to first. Fantastic drive. He takes the victory. Second is Nolan Scott. And third is Fowry, with Oliveira fourth and Bitan in fifth. Great race. And Wilkinson is alongside Ferrara in the Nissan. Wilkinson is in the Nissan car, but Ferrari won't quite get past him there. That's Wilkinson finishing 13th with Ferrari just behind him. That was a gap of 0.06 there, but that is pretty much everyone finished. Picard is the winner. Good one from him.
Yep, a great driver. It always looked like he would be the one to set the pace. His fastest lap was, well, about 4 or 5 tenths quicker than anyone else. So he's obviously knows the track well and is able to perform on it, and it'll be good to see if he can, especially for the third race, to see what his pace is like coming from further down the grid, in a reverse grid, if he gets to the front in the next race as well.
So here come the drivers into the top 3 positions. Not doing it properly. It's Picard reversing away again. He's reversing into position, it seems. What is he doing?
He is quite obviously loopy.
Yeah.
I think we're just waiting on the Fowley. Here he comes now. So the top three at the end of the pit lane there. In the middle is Jonathan Pickard of Mercury Racing, or he was, still wearing that skin. Nolan Scott of Co Racing, who will be the championship leader now, on the right hand side, and David Fowley of Renesis on the left, who came in third, continuing his good form from South City. And it looks like just provisional results. Obviously, the Picard has now got out of the minus points, so yeah, less of the humiliation for him.